Hi, my name's Brett Bevel, and I'm looking forward to coming to Sacramento on January 31st, 2016, to share with the Sacramento Institute of Noetic Sciences chapter my work, at least my most recent work, which is a book called The Wizard's Guide to Energy Healing, and also the previous book called Energy Healing for Everyone. I'll start by talking a little bit about Energy Healing for Everyone. It's a fabulous and yet very simple book that teaches you something called Light of the Eternal One. Light of the Eternal One is an energy that I believe comes from the ancient Essenes. The ancient Essenes were a mystical sect of Judaism existing several hundred years before and after the time of Jesus. And this very simple technique really allows a person to stay in a place of serenity and peace through even the most challenging times. There's one primary hand position, which is hands on top of their head, and it's very easy to learn. So when I come to Sacramento on January 31st, I'm actually going to empower everybody at the event to this form of energy healing. But I'm also going to share another form of energy healing that I'm not going to do an empowerment in, but that I will offer a group healing in, that I call Magical Awakening. And for me, of all the things I teach, of all the things that I've learned, of all the things that I've experienced, Magical Awakening is by far my favorite energy healing modality. And I guess for me, really, the main reason is that just because it has an incredible playful essence to it. As the practitioner, every time I do a session, whether it's a group healing or an individual session, I'm left with this just profound sense of joy. So I'd like to share with you actually a little bit of Magical Awakening energy healing through this video. And I'm going to do this kind of taking you through different steps of what you would learn in the book called The Wizard's Guide to Energy Healing. So I'm going to begin actually by sending some energy that I call Dragon Fire, sending it out to all of you who are watching this video, intending that it's going out to cleanse your chakras and your meridian system of any energies that are not serving your highest good. So just sending this Dragon Fire light. Now the Dragon Fire light, for those who are actually empowered to it, flows from a person's area of their navel, and this energy system is based on a Celtic concept of what are called the three cauldrons, which are three primary energy centers in the body, one at the navel, one at the heart, and one at the crown. So right now I'm sending this one from the navel that I call Dragon Fire. Again, just intending that it's going out to all who are watching this video to cleanse your meridians and chakras of anything that's an energetic obstacle, anything that may not be serving your highest good. Just intending that to continue going and flowing for a while. And then I'm going to shift now, sending a different band of light that I call the Grail. Now the Grail exists sort of in the center of a person's spiritual heart, and it flows a very feminine, sort of nurturing form of healing. And again, so just sit back, relax. I'm going to send some Grail energy out now to anybody who's watching this video. I'm going to specify that it go to any areas where you're holding tension in your body, and also specifically into the muscular system, all the muscles, all the ligaments, all the tendons in your body, all receiving this nurturing, relaxing light called the Grail. And then I'm going to shift from there and begin sending some energy that I call Arthur's Crown. Now Arthur's Crown, from a practitioner's point of view, comes from the top of the crown, and the energy of Arthur's Crown is really more about awakening and really coming into that place of wholeness. So I'm going to send some Arthur's Crown energy out to you now, to all who are watching this video, and I'm intending that it's going into your karmic body. Your karmic body is an energetic body. It's where our karmic issues are held. So I want to invite you who are watching this video to just intend that this Arthur's Crown energy is going into a specific karmic issue that you would like it to work on. So just hold that intention as we're working together here. And I'm just sending this Arthur's Crown energy into whatever karmic issue you're wanting it to work on. Just help release that, or release as much of that as we can during our short time together here. Now these tools that I've worked with so far are just first level of Magical Awakening. The book, which I'll show you here, called The Wizard's Guide to Energy Healing, actually teaches you the first 3 levels. So we're going to experiment a little bit with some of those other levels. So while I'm sending the Arthur's Crown energy, I'm also going to bring in some element of air. And the element of air certainly rules the mind, so I'm bringing the element of air in to bring your mental body into a place of basically inner peace and stillness. So we'll work with the element of air to do that for a short period of time. And then I'm going to follow that by bringing through the element of water to bring your emotional body into a place of deep serenity. And then I'm going to follow that by bringing through some element of fire, which is a little bit different than dragon fire. Just bring through some element of fire just for a quick cleanse of your aura. And then bring through the element of earth. Now the element of earth can be any subset of any aspect of earth. So I'm bringing through the element of earth right now, particularly as any kind of gemstone that you need right now. So whether that's a crystal like selenite, or a gemstone like a malachite or sapphire, or any kind of healing stone or crystal. Bringing it through right now energetically for you for whatever it is that you need. And then I'm going to sprinkle in some energies that I call mists of Avalon that have one purpose only, which is to take you deeper into that sense of divine mystery. And then I'm going to follow this with some level 3 tools in Magical Awakening. I'm going to bring through something called the Magical Jewels of the Grail. So right now, just intending to put all of you who are watching this video into a magical jewel of the Grail. And the magical jewels of the Grail, they're not really jewels. They're really little energetic bubbles of divine consciousness that when I see them energetically, they look like jewels. But they're not carrying the energetic property of jewels. It's really just being in a bubble of divine consciousness. So putting you all into a magical jewel of the Grail, and then also intending to put each of your energetic bodies into its own jewel of the Grail, and then also putting every vertebra in your spine into its own jewel, each of your organs and organ systems into its own jewel. And then I'm going to follow that by bringing through this amazing sword of divine light called Excalibur, and bringing the Excalibur energy into you. You may feel a little more intense. And just let you sit in that Excalibur energy for a short bit. Excalibur is a really amazing tool that can really root things out at their karmic core. The book talks more about how to use it, and certainly you'll experience it more if you come to my event on January 31st at the Unity Church in Sacramento. So we're going to let the Excalibur energy run for just maybe about 30 more seconds before we bring this short session to a close. And the beautiful thing about Magical Awakening is it also, even though it has energies that can be very expansive, it also works to bring about integration at the end. So at the end, I'm going to bring about integration by imagining all of you inside that Grail cup, energetically inside my heart, which will hold an energy for integration. And for me as the practitioner, what I'll begin to sense is a sense of fullness in the area of my heart, and it'll start to feel so full, almost like a cup that has no more room to pour any water in. And when it reaches that point of absolute fullness, that's the energy's way of telling me as the practitioner that the session is complete. So it hasn't quite reached that point yet, but it's getting there. So again, anybody can learn the first 3 levels of Magical Awakening through this book, which I'll show you again, The Wizard's Guide to Energy Healing. I hope you can make it to the event at Sacramento's Unity Church, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you have an amazing time between now and the next time we meet. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.